Welcome back to Point of View. Everybody now these days, at least if you're a business, has a website. And one of the most important things you want to do is really understand just how valuable of an asset that is for your business. And of course, there's going to be website redesign. So joining us tonight is a company called OnSharp. They're the experts with your online business solutions. We've got the Director of Business Development, Jake Dahl. It's great to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate being here, Chris. Thank you for having us.
So I want to jump into some of this website redesign and how it's so important for companies. But let's just start with the website as a whole. I think many people get it's important, but maybe don't really completely appreciate just how important of a business tool it is. What are you hearing from clients?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people, they look at their websites as just kind of something they kind of have to have, but in reality, I mean, it's really what customers and potential customers are really using to kind of vet out your company. I mean, we hear it all the time where, you know, a company will have great word of mouth, or they'll have people that hear great things about them, but then they go to their website and their website is 15 years old, or it just doesn't do what they want it to do. And that's unfortunately kind of the impression that those customers then get of the business. So really, you know, your website is really kind of your best marketing tool if you really think about it. It's where people are really going to go to vet you out and really see if they want to do business with you.
So what's a good sign that maybe, hey, it's time for a redesign?
There's a lot of different things. I mean, it really kind of depends on obviously the client itself. But, you know, just looking at it, I mean, what is it really doing for you? A lot of times when we talked with companies, they just honestly say, hey, it's been out there, it just stays out there. But if your website is not actively, you know, driving business to you, or your clients are not able to actively engage with you on your website, I mean, those are some things that you should be asking yourself. I mean, where are you guys ranking from an SEO perspective, which is search engine optimization? You know, what ultimately do you want to have done with this website? I mean, we're living in a day and age right now where this is really the main tool of how they're going to be interacting with you. And if it's not up to snuff, you know, that makes a big difference in kind of the results that you're going to have in your business.
Something everyone knows, hey, it's probably time for a redesign. I should be doing something, yet there's some trepidation because how's it going to go? Many of us have the experience, you go do a redesign and you're going through different iterations. So kind of walk us through your experience with clients, your process. If I came to you and said, okay, Jake, I want to redesign my website. Here's what I'm looking for. How does that work?
Absolutely. I mean, it really comes down to setting, you know, goals of what you want to have actually done with the website. And everybody's and every company's goals are going to be different. You know, some it's to, you know, go and get new business. Other ones it's just to interact with clients better. So really at the end of the day, it's coming down and sitting with your team and really understanding, okay, if we look back at this project, you know, whether it's 4 or 6 months down the road, what does success look like? And that's really kind of where we as a company kind of go in and really have those discussions with people. Also, what it comes down to too is making sure that, you know, the company that you're working with really has the team in place that's going to be able to do this right. You know, it's very similar to what I mentioned, you know, kind of with, like, let's say you're going to build a house, for example. You know, the contractor that you hire is probably not going to be the guy that does your electricity and your plumbing. I mean, they're going to hire professionals to do that. And websites are the same thing. A lot of people look at them as just something nice to look at, like we said earlier, but there's so much more. There's a design element, there's a user experience. You know, if people are not able to get where they want to go within 1 click, 2 clicks max, they're gone. I mean, you have to have people and individuals that are experts at each one of those.
So what are some of the biggest mistakes you see clients make when it comes to redesign?
Probably the biggest thing is just really too much of a focus on just the look and appearance, and instead they need, and don't get me wrong, that's important, but they also really need to focus on how people are getting to that site, ultimately how they're going to get to that call to action, and also, like, where are they ranking? You know, those are just a couple of facets depending on who you are of what would be the most important for them.
So I sit down with you for a redesign, you're going to go through kind of what my goals are and then structure it around that and build that foundation, or?
Absolutely, and that's kind of a good way to put it. It's really about building a quality foundation, because when you build a quality foundation, you can always build it up from there. We've actually put together a resource guide for anybody who's thinking about going through a redesign of a website. So if you go to our website, it's just onsharp.com/getitright. You can actually download our free guide that will kind of give you some tips on what to be looking for in your next redesign project.
Give me some ideas of what that's got, because I mean, it's free, just go to the website and boom, I can learn.
Absolutely. I mean, it's good for anybody, even if you're not necessarily looking to do it right now, it's going to provide some great resources on just what to be thinking about, you know, things that your company could really utilize in looking for that next step, and just, you know, be thinking about ways to improve your website and ultimately, you know, what results you want from it.
So for you guys in your company, are you looking to speak to CEOs, chief marketing officers? Like, who are you working with to redesign these websites?
You know, each company is a little bit different, but typically we work a lot with, like, directors of marketing, and ultimately, you know, people that are going to be on that director level of, you know, they're going to be making those decisions. And, you know, really with any company, every organization is a little bit different, so it really just kind of depends on who's going to be utilizing it the most and what they want to use it for.
Good stuff. Website one more time is?
Onsharp.com.
And?
/ get it right.
Yeah, see, you got to get it right the first time. Onsharp.com / get it right. Again, it's a free guide. Go to the website right now, check it out, and just download that PDF. And get a nice free education as you go about redesigning your website. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.